Hey everyone, welcome back to Williamson Ridge Outdoors. Today we're going to be sawing up a little bit of firewood, but I've got a few logs here I'm wanting to get sawn up. These fell out of a tree. It wasn't quite a blowover because what it was, there's a big oak tree and the fork in it actually split, and the fork is about 25 feet up on the tree, and this is just one side of the fork that came out. So it's a monstrous oak tree, and what ended up coming out of it was a monstrous amount of wood just out of that one side of the fork. So there were 3 logs total. I've actually sawed them up into some shorter pieces now, but the 3 logs were about 30 to 40 feet long each. So this is going to be some good firewood, and I'm debating on whether to actually go ahead and cut down the rest of that tree, because in that fork, the reason it's separated is because there was a bunch of bugs and ants and all that kind of stuff already getting it, weakening it, causing it to rot and stuff there. So I'm worried that if I don't go ahead and cut the tree down, then what's going to happen is that stuff's going to continue to rot the good part of the tree. It might actually be plenty's good right now for a saw log, and it is a monster tree. So, I'm thinking if I go ahead and take it down, I might actually get a saw log out of it if the rot and the ants already hasn't gone up through the main part of the tree. So anyways, what we're going to do, I've actually been working on this little Stihl 025 right here. This saw is a buddy of mine's, and it's been giving him some issues and stuff, and I actually worked on it before and done some adjustments and stuff on it, and then he got it back and it went right back to the same old thing all over again. The issue that it's having is whenever you go to pull the trigger, it just chokes and kind of dies out. So I've been adjusting on it for him again, and hopefully I can get this pretty much worked out for him. So that's what I'm going to do today. With all these logs here, I'm going to run this saw and make any necessary adjustments and stuff on it. I think it's actually adjusted right where it needs to be right now. So I'm going to start it up cold. It hasn't been started since yesterday. I'm going to start it up cold, and I'm going to make some cuts and stuff with it and see how it's doing, and if it seems to be performing good, I'm going to go ahead and call it good and be able to get the saw back to him. And then the rest of the tree, because this is actually a pretty good sized tree right here, I'm going to use my Echo CS-7310 to be able to saw up the rest of it and get her rounds. But for now, let's jump in here and get started sawing up these rounds so we can get we ended up getting a pretty good pile of rounds out of that. And like I say, this was actually just one fork off of a big oak tree. And you know, the middle of that fork, you can see where bugs, ants, all that stuff, and water and stuff had gotten into that fork and caused that to rot and let go. And you know, some of this actually is pretty soft and has got big holes and stuff eaten into it. The vast majority of it actually is pretty good firewood. So all in all, I think it'll work out actually pretty good. So I cut a few rounds with that Stihl 025. That saw is probably 20 or 25 years old anyways. It seems to be running good. I made some adjustments and stuff on it. The adjustment screws on there don't have any springs or rubber bushings or anything like that on them. So maybe this saw is vibrating and it's, you know, moving those adjustment screws. Maybe some of y'all can let me know. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I just kind of wanted to cut a little bit of firewood, run that 025, run the 7310 a little bit. In fact, that's actually the second tank of fuel on the 7310. So that saw's just not even getting broke in yet. So I wanted to run it, cut up some rounds, get a little use out of it. I'm not going to say disappointed, but it seems like the saw won't quite run wide open. I don't know if that's due to the break-in or whether maybe I just need to adjust it just a hair. But it seems like it kind of flattens out right on the top end and it just won't quite get up to, you know, a wide open throttle feel. I mean, it has tons of power. When you dig the dogs in and you put a little pressure on it and stuff, it actually smooths right out and it seems to just chug right through that stuff, but it doesn't have quite the top end that I was thinking that it would have. Maybe I'm just used to the Stihl MS500i or something, but if anybody has any information on that too, I'd appreciate it. Leave it in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Follow along with us for all the projects we have going on around the property, and thanks for watching.